Hello, everybody. I'm back after a refreshing week off in upstate New York. So I'm working my way through the letters in the Kabbalah deck. This is the text that I use in conjunction with the letters, which are the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. And well, some of you may be tuning in for the first time. I'm a coach. I work with creatives and entrepreneurs who feel pulled in 50 directions. I help you focus so that you can grab the focus of others, get seen, and make money doing what you love. That's my thing. I use these Kabbalah cards because it's a way to connect on a more spiritual level with my birth tradition, religiously speaking. And it always, when I go through these cards, it always relates to something very pertinent that usually does come up during coaching sessions. So today's card is the letter. Let's see. I want you to see it. Kuf, 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 kuf. The letter kuf. The letter kuf is actually the first letter in the word Kabbalah. All right. And it means to receive. To receive, I think mostly on a spiritual level. Kabbalah literally means that which has been received. So, it's about receptivity. And particularly receptivity in the face of the morass of what I like to call petty shit that is our lives. Finding the divine within the tawdry. I think now more than ever, we need to be receptive to higher energies because we are surrounded by the profane, the nefarious. It is easy to despair. So if you're paying a lot of attention, for instance, to the blah, 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 blah in the media, that's a sign that you need to pull back, go within. Meditation, which is different than prayer. To me, the difference has everything to do with kuf. Meditation is a tool of receptivity. When we meditate, we clear it out, we are totally open, and we simply receive the moment. And every moment counts, including this one. Every moment is an opportunity to be still and present and know our own divinity and know our own purpose. I think in the coming months, it's going to be really important to do that. I know most of my audience, and myself included, are gearing up to do what we can for the coming election. Whether that's postcards, texting, deep canvassing, now that's scary, phone calls, and being receptive to the larger meaning is going to be what allows us to have the courage to step into what it is that we can do to, well, frankly, take our country back. I know we're getting really political here today, but, my friend Jim Gaffigan, who I have not seen in many years. I have a lot of nerve calling him my friend, but we studied acting together, and we did stand-up comedy around the same time starting out, and I used to book open mics, and he would come and work out, and very, very, very smart man. He has done something very courageous of late and has started using his squeaky clean Midwestern Christian white guy platform to try to wake people up to the gaslighting that is Trump trying to get rid of democracy, quite frankly. So we can wring our hands and talk about how horrible that is, or watch Rachel Maddow, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it's so funny because we watch Rachel Maddow together, my husband and I, and she always makes some really salient point, and we go, she got him. This time she got him. There's no getting him. There is no getting him. There is only doing what we can to get him out. And that is going to require stepping into our discomfort. I have a certain skill set, as Liam Neeson says, intaken, that I feel called upon to access with regard to the campaign. I will probably be doing phone calls, and it scares the hell out of me. I'm sure there will be a lot of people not happy to hear from me. But my goal will be to listen to them, to receive them, and hear what it is that is of the highest meaning and good in them. And I feel certain that if I can reflect that back, I could get some people off the fence, quite possibly. I might even change some minds if I stay humble and receptive and focus on the other. I don't know. It could be a real disaster. That's what I'm called to do, and I guess by speaking this way, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. But I invite you to be receptive to what it is that you can do, rather than take refuge in, well, what can I do? Right? I think it is easy right now to hide and get into arguments on social media. And that to me is the tawdry, the mundane. The divine is to be receptive to constructive action, not just in terms of politics, but in terms of your everyday. To be receptive to whatever is the highest good with regard to actions you may take. I think that has a lot to do with being receptive to the truth. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. We didn't know what extraordinary pain he was in. But in an interview, he said something I thought was really cogent and important. And that is that in his preparation for a role, he had to go to great lengths very often to change his body, for instance, and to get into a certain mindset, which required him to get up and do certain exercises and meditations. And he said, it's not natural. You're not going to, after the first day of being hepped up to do it, it's doing it again the day after that is required, whether you feel like it or not. It's not natural to want to pick up the phone or the pen on a regular basis, to want to show up at the page or the studio on a regular basis to create the work. It is actually not natural. What's natural is more like what my dog Pookie does, which is he sleeps when he feels like sleeping. He loves attention when he wants to be paid attention to. He comes around, he eats. It's a great life, really. He's not called on to do anything. As people living these precious human lives, it's incumbent upon us to go beyond our natures and to be receptive to that higher calling, which is why I think this letter Kuf, pulling this letter Kuf, is so resonant today. I invite you to take a screenshot of it. And when you feel that you are at a loss or discouraged or scared, meditate on it. Meditate on this letter to get in touch with what it is you are called to do in that given moment. So, I'm working my way through the alphabet. There's going to be a few more of these. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening, whether it was right now in the moment or if you'll be tuning in later. And have a wonderful rest of the week. Actually, I will be seeing you again on Thursday at 5. I do these twice a week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.